Previously, on Into the Yonder Void, we met the avian god Karif, who was inhabiting an albatross, and he seemed to want to investigate my staff. I let Can handle that while I went and met a djinn named Athe. Athe agreed to help us on our way with his magic wind djinn powers, and we agreed to keep an eye out for his daughter on the material plane. In the meantime, Karif asked us to return the staff to a shrine far to the south, and they marked the shrine on our map. So now we have several destinations. We are on our way, being pushed along by a djinn and probably being pursued by pirates that we pissed off. After everybody left, we heard some rumblings below deck, and we followed a trail of blood and found the prince lying beneath a floating loom.
The D20 Syndicate presents Into the Yonder Void. Welcome back to the D20 Syndicate podcast.
I need more coffee. How are you today?
A weekly Dungeons & Dragons 5e actual play podcast. I'm your host and DM, Seth, and around the table, we have our players.
I'm Billy, and I play Nezrah.
I am Tomas, and I play Gildebrand.
I am Lindsey, and I play Fee.
And I'm Michaela, and I play Can.
That's right. Each week we record for your listening pleasure. This is episode 62.
6-2. Wow. Buckle my shoe. 6-4 is 2 more.
6'5", eaten alive.
There we go, yeah. Last one? Anyone?
6'6".
Get
Those
your
are
kicks.
2 measurements.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yours is way better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's okay to keep going.
Started.
We don't have to stop now.
We have so many more numbers.
Well, I guess that's it. Goodbye.
Host
What
the
you got
show.
for us, Seth?
What are you doing? Why aren't you hosting? Hosting.
It's not a campfire question, but
We're scared.
now it's time for tonight's Around the Campfire question.
Kickity-goo, kickity-goo.
Tonight's Around the Campfire question comes from one of our patrons, B. And B wants to know, if you were a dragon, what would you hoard? What would be your valuable items that you would, scrape together in a big pile beneath you as you rested? And we're going to start with Can.
So in this scenario, am I still me? But I'm a dragon.
You're a dragon with your personality.
Oh, then easy. It would be cool rocks. But because I'm a dragon, they would be big ones because I think my carrying capacity would be higher. And I could fly a bunch of places so I could find cooler rocks from an aerial vantage point. And then I could just pick them up. Put them in my nest.
Just stealing people's stone houses.
Cool.
They're still inside.
Thank you. You're welcome. Well, thank you, Can.
You're welcome.
Now we're going to go to Fee.
Okay. So question, would the dragons have like the naily hands? Like it'd be kind of hard to grab stuff, right?
They can grab shit.
Like,
or you can command other people to get stuff for you.
Like different potions and stuff like them.
Sure.
You know what? Okay. I think I'm going to pick just kind of like the No. You know what it's going to be. Wait, hold on. Rewinding. Is this what I want? Or what was the question?
What would you hoard if you were a dragon?
Okay. I think I would be involuntarily hoarding all the gems because so far I have all the gems that we've encountered, and it seems like I'm just the gemmy kind of person who was holding all the gems. And I mean, I don't hate it. It's pretty interesting. So I guess a gem hoarder.
Like an inadvertent one. They're like, I guess I'll take it.
Yeah.
Whatever. Throw it on the pile.
I guess this is my obsession now.
Defining my personality. She loves gems. Just keep giving them as gifts.
I guess. I never said I didn't.
Sure.
Whatever.
I was at Gem Bath Beyond and they had a sale going on, so I think she already has these ones.
They were handing them out at
whatever.
GemCon.
I was just going to make a GemCon reference.
She can have one to rock, one to stock, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I like to play a lot of Gem Rummy. I mean, we were done.
You like to play the Djembe.
There you go.
Gem Rummy was funny.
What is that even? Are you saying like gin rummy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the game.
It's too far away.
No,
Doesn't
it's
work.
not. They both start with a J. Hilarious. Anyway, next question.
Hilarious. Your Honor. I object.
Nezrah.
I would start my own archives and I would hoard books, tomes, knowledge, anything that is written down and can be utilized as either records or passing down information.
Be a knowledge hoarder.
Yes.
Normalize smart dragons.
Can dragons read?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're very smart.
They're
That's
smarter
good
than
in
most
this circumstance, because that'd be really unfortunate if you couldn't read them.
Yeah, there's like
Offensive question.
there's master dragon like wizards and stuff. Like they don't.
am a dragon wizard.
You ain't a full dragon, you poser.
Right here.
A drizzard?
All right. Gil.
I would probably hoard, as a natural leader, I would hoard other dragons. Because then they would have to be my friends, and I would indirectly get all of the shit that they hoard. Super hoard. That is the correct answer. That is it.
This is like Yertle the Turtle, but with dragons.
I think we should also do this question in the future, but what we think other people would hoard as dragons.
I like it. Remember that. Put it on the record.
You're the record campfire lady.
I am? I guess
God.
I am.
The campfire's on fire.
What do we do?
I left it unattended and now it's on fire.
Who am I?
Whoops.
Shall we get started?
Okay.
Potentially.
All right. When we last left off, you guys had gone below deck after encountering a djinn and a god and some sea creatures and a storm. And you followed a trail of blood to the cargo area where you found a bloody body of the prince, Keshimir, laying face down, and floating above him, eyes closed, was the form of Loom, surrounded by a nimbus of magical energy. That's where we pick up.
I'm going to look down at Cash Money. Are you all right?
Can I try to do a medicine check on him?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a medicine check.
Okay.
I prefer the shouting
There's
way.
no response
Okay.
to you, Gil.
I don't have any addition to my
Hey,
medicine
guy.
check, but
Loom, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Loom also has no response.
17.
So you, how do you,
So fees.
I'll allow you to, depending on how you do this, it'll change the DC. So are you physically touching him or are you just looking at him?
Yeah, so immediately upon seeing that, Fee's going to run over and be like, shit, and like just try to like, yeah, just check for heartbeat, like just any vital signs. So yeah, she'll be directly touching him.
Okay, Fee, give me a perception check.
Okay. 21.
Fee, you are like checking the prints. There's blood. You know, it's kind of gross. He's unmoving, but you can kind of see very shallow breaths from him. And when you check his, his heart rate through his neck and his pulse, you feel a very faint, very, very faint heartbeat. So it appears he is currently alive.
Okay, I'll tell them that he is alive, but it's really faint. I'm going to see what I can do. I can't really heal, but I have some potions, maybe? Anyone have anything?
Nah. Not for him. Does anyone have a spell or something?
I'm looking at Loom, and does it appear that Loom is like responsible for this, or is he too a victim?
Give me an insight check.
What else is in the room?
Speaking at all?
He's not. He's completely silent. His eyes are closed. You can give me a perception check, Gil.
13.
13. It's hard to say. Something weird happened here. You don't know if he's responsible or not, but he doesn't. He appears to be in like some sort of like stasis.
23.
23. Gil, you're looking around. This is the cargo area. There's some of the furniture and stuff like that you guys, noticed. And you see that there's a hatch that apparently must have been a secret hatch because you didn't notice it before. It's a section of wall that is now missing, as if it maybe slid to the side or recessed somewhere, but it leads into the wall of the ship.
Like
the
further
hull?
in, not out?
Yeah, further in, and it's about it's like 2.5 or 1.5 feet from the floorboards, and it's about 2 feet wide.
Ooh, we should probably go in there.
Can I cast Mage Hand to flick Loom on the shoulder?
Yeah, you can cast Mage Hand. Try that.
Sweet. Just give him a little flicky flick, see if he's responsive at all. So yeah, I'm just gonna like hold my hand out and Mage Hand appears and it just kind of whoop.
All right, you flick and the flick is rebounded by the light. The Mage Hand actually hops back about a foot when it does that, as if it was kind of like repelled.
Oh, okay. Like a PS1 era kind of like, okay. Gotcha.
I'm going to get within 10 feet of Loom and just go, Loom! Wake up!
There is no response.
Yeah, I think we should
Shit.
go in that hatch, man.
I think I want to try to stabilize the prince at least.
Well, yeah, give him a potion
yeah.
or something.
I'll give him a health potion.
Okay, he is currently face down, so you'll have to like flip him over to do so.
Yep.
Just pour it on him.
Okay.
Pour some potion on me.
Does anybody have Spare the Dying?
6 HP.
6 HP. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Fee, what potion did you use?
I only have basic ones.
Okay, so you flip the prince over, and you can see that like the clothing that he was wearing has been like deteriorated, as if with an explosion of some kind. He's got like deep burns on his chest, and you can see as you pull him back, you can see a lot of blood is around the underside of his mouth, as if he was hit by some kind of force, and then a lot of that blood came out like from his mouth, like internal blood. So you apply you get him to drink the potion, and you watch as there's a glow that happens, but he still appears to be unconscious.
What was his expression like? Was he like smiling?
No, I mean, he's
happy
asleep
explosion.
now, but it was clearly a grimace.
Does anyone have anything more? Like anything to help with the wound? I just don't.
He's stabilized. He's just unconscious now.
We could probably drag him away so it doesn't happen again.
I mean, that would be ideal. If
All right.
I guess we can do
Bring him
that.
over here.
Somebody grab his other foot. I got this foot.
I grab a foot.
All right.
You're holding each foot.
Yeah. Well,
What are you doing now?
drag him wishbone style to a further part of the room, I suppose.
Okay.
Find a load-bearing beam and do the comedic, like, oopsie doopsie.
I'm favoring speed as well. I'm not trying to be super gentle.
Okay, yeah, with you two, it's very easy to just like drag him across the floor with a squeak.
I'm dragging a chair or some piece of furniture that I can find over so I can like get up closer to Loom.
Okay. They're easy to find some chairs there.
Is this why Athe took the couch? Because he knew we were going to need to put fucking cash money up there?
Just being a homie. Moving
You
for
might relax on your deathbed now, bitch.
You might not want to touch him, Can.
So you drag the chair up?
I'm not touching, I'm just getting a closer look.
Okay.
All right. So you get a closer look. What are you looking for?
Anything. I'm looking for anything that looks like it's holding him up. I'm looking for... I'm smelling. I'm tasting the air.
Well, if you're trying to like figure out what's going on with him, that would be an Arcana check. If you're trying to figure out what sort of like magic might be holding him in place.
Can be careful. He could do that again.
We don't know that he did this.
I mean, could he? He likely could have been controlled by something else. I mean, we haven't seen Zoom. We haven't seen Loom do this before.
8.
8? Yeah, it's obviously some kind of spell, but you don't know if it's coming from him or if it's pressed upon him somehow. Yeah.
And nobody has any kind of dispelling magic of any kind.
No. Plus, our spell slots are pretty spent, even if we did, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I say we go into this hatch.
Lead the way, Gil.
Just like on a personal Can level, like I have my own rapport with Loom. Can I don't know if a check is going to affect this at all, but like using my own insight into what I know about him, does this seem Loom-like?
You can give me another insight check. You can have a +5 to it.
Damn it, I'm rolling like butt.
Don't do that.
You're staring at me like it's my fault.
What the hell? 15.
15?
Right? Yeah. No. No.
No.
13. God.
13. Oh, okay. With a 13, it does. I mean, you know that he has a wide variety of like almost random spells. So
I'm sorry, that was actually a 12. No, wait.
oh my
Yeah,
god,
it is 12. I'm sorry.
What is happening? What is that bonnet doing to your skull?
she took it off.
I know, but now the pressure's released.
It is 12 and I am sure of it. Final answer.
Yeah, it's 12, 13, similar thing. You know he has a variety of random spells. It's just a weird scenario, and it doesn't seem to have any benefit at the moment.
What does it smell like? Anything?
You can smell like the crackling of like ozone, a magical ozone smell.
Yep. Definitely magic. I hop down.
All right.
Guys, I don't know. Loom and I have shared a lot of snacks over the last couple days. And I just don't think that he would do something like this.
That's cool. Well, we're going in here real quick. Do you want to hang out with him or do you want to come with us?
No, I want to find out what's making him stay in the air.
That's what we're doing, man.
Because that's not natural.
I agree. It's
That's
fucking
true.
weird.
We could check. Wait, so there's like a hatch thing we're going in, right?
Yeah, there's a hidden hatch that's open.
Does it? Well, we don't know where it goes yet.
We know the direction it goes. It goes further into the ship.
Okay. Like downward?
I don't know about
Don't know.
downward.
Okay.
We haven't gone in
It's just
yet.
a hole in the wall, essentially.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Hole in the floor or wall.
With a door or no?
It's intentional for sure. It's like a panel is now gone.
Okay, so there wasn't like a door on hinges, though.
No, you don't see where it either like recessed somehow or was taken with.
We might find something in this hatch that gives us an explanation of this, because this is pretty weird. And you would think if he would have done this or was capable of doing this, he would have done this immediately when Prince stole his pants.
Fee looks and we're all in the hatch.
Yeah, I'm not against the hatch plan. I just wanted to smell what was happening.
Okay.
Well, let's get to it.
All right, I'm going in first.
Okay, so you're going in first. Who's going to go in second, third, and fourth?
Second.
You'll go second?
Yep.
All right.
Following that big bro energy from Gil.
How are we? Okay, and you guys are dragging Prince?
No, we left him in the corner of the room.
Oh.
I'm going to go last.
Okay.
I thought we were taking him with us.
We're not dragging him through the hallway. The dangerous thing,
Massive.
and the dangerous thing could be where we're taking him. So why would we drag him in there?
I think you forgot this.
Finish this fucker off.
Finish him off. Yeah.
You still hungry? Garbage in our cargo space.
Didn't your mom tell you not to play with your food?
Does that change things for you? Are you gonna stay behind with him or what?
I mean, no, but I also don't know if leaving him is good.
So are you gonna drag him?
I'm gonna try. I guess at first I was like, guys, I just don't think we should leave him because what if Loom does this again?
Well, we need our hands free in case we need to kick some ass.
I guess.
Give me an intelligence check, Fee.
Yeah.
I'm just going to reiterate that I don't think that we should be jumping to the conclusion that Loom is responsible for this solely.
I also think we should not jump to the conclusion that he didn't. We should treat it like we don't know any of the answers yet. Everyone is guilty until proven innocent.
And that's where I'm at. We don't know either way. We don't know what's happening.
For all I know, you did it, man. And I point at Nez.
I rolled.
Where were you when all this happened?
Nez has expired because this has taken all of our lifetimes.
What is your intelligence check, Fee?
21, which I
21.
think she'd probably know. It's better to leave him
You think it would be very, very difficult to take him along into this tiny hatch. It would take, your intelligence check would tell you it probably wouldn't be a very fruitful endeavor because you would have to like crawl backwards and drag him along, and then you'd have to probably stop and like put his arms and legs like, you know, closer to his body and then continue to drag him, and then they would expand. It would be a hassle to drag him along. You can still attempt.
Also, like, it isn't wrong to have someone stay behind in case something weird happens with these two. Like, it's not out of the ordinary to do that. But
we don't have any way of communicating that if that happens, though, currently.
That's true. But, yeah, I mean, whatever you're going to do, man.
You going or staying?
What time of day is it?
Night. And storming.
Okay, so is T less likely to respond at night during storms? He's been hard to get a hold of.
Don't know if there's a likelihood of storms at night or what. You could always, you know, stay behind and try to contact him if you wanted to.
That's what I was thinking.
If that's something that you would do.
Fuck. Yeah. I think I'm going to stay behind, try and contact T and see if they know anything about what's going on. So I guess I can tell them that. Okay. So is there any way, Gil, you can leave your tooth? Because I think I'm going to stay. I'm going to try to contact T, see if T knows what's going on, because this is fucky.
All right, I'll tell you if any weird shit happens.
Okay.
Will you be able to hear me if you're doing that?
Yeah.
All right.
I think so, right?
I don't fucking know. And I take out my tooth and I hand it to you.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, just in case, you can be pretty loud, I guess.
All right, we're gonna do this thing.
Okay.
All right, so the marching order is now Gil, Nez, and Can. So Gil, I'm just going to need a general, give me a dex check.
A dex check.
Mm-hmm.
Can you just tell me where you go as you go, too, just in case I can't get a hold of T and need to fucking book it?
We're going into the hatch.
Well, yeah, but what if it's like a series of tunnels with forks and stuff?
I'll tell you if there's any weird forks, but we're on a ship, so I don't know how crazy it's going to get.
This could be a crazy ship. I don't know.
There's an underground passage here.
There's a T
Go to the left 2
intersection.
miles.
I mean,
Take the staircase.
I guess it could be fucking weird in here, but I'm assuming it is an oblong shape.
Look, life is weird.
I found a bookcase and I pulled on one of the books and the shelf slid open and there was a secret passageway and a spiral staircase that went down 40
There was also a
flights.
fireman's pole that I decided to go down instead.
And as soon as I touched it, Def Leppard started playing and I got scared.
I shall narrate every step of our way.
Thank you. That's all that I asked, just in case, because I mean, this is kind of fucking weird. So who knows what else could be fucking weird? You know?
All right. Well, we're gonna go now in case they're like running away from
Okay.
the scene
Yes.
of the crime.
Please do. Go.
All right. What'd you get for your dex check? And also, Nez and Can, go ahead and give me dex checks.
I got a
You
12.
got it.
12?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
14.
Okay.
15.
All right. Yeah, actually, Can, I'm sorry. You probably didn't even need to do a dex check. You're pretty small. So,
Well, I'm sorry.
but you got a 15, so it makes sense. Gil, Nez, and Can, you guys begin, you hunch down and start crawling through this. Yes.
No, continue.
I thought you were raising your hand.
Yeah, I am, but
Okay.
you can finish your sentence.
Okay, you guys start crawling through this shaft in the wall. And Gil, you realize that it does turn to the right. There's only one route, turns to the right after about 6 feet. And you're able to navigate around this corner, and it gets a little bit taller, almost like a crawl space. What were you going to say?
I'm gonna say that as I enter and as I'm moving through, I'm looking around. I'm seeing if there's anything on the walls, scratches or a path of some kind, like tracks or candy wrappers. I don't know, peanut shells.
I'm gonna be on the lookout for traps.
Okay. So you don't have to roll for this, Can. You do see there's some scuff marks inside here along the walls, as if something kind of big was moving through here. Go ahead and give me survival check to examine for traps, Gil.
That's a 12.
12? You're not encountering any traps that you recognize. Nothing that stands out to you as you move into this crawl space.
We're
Is
all
it light
clear.
or dark?
It's pretty dark in here.
No natural lighting or torches or anything.
Nope.
Okay. Can you wait? You guys don't have dark vision, do you?
No.
All
But
right.
I was able to see some scuffs.
You were able to see it from the light inside
Yeah.
we'll say from the cargo
Yeah.
area.
All right, Nez, hold on to my shoulder. Can you hold on to Nez's poncho or something?
Is this your poncho? I can't see very well anymore.
Anymore.
I don't know if can even reach the.
Well, you guys
bottom
are all
of my
hunched
poncho?
down. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I just I reach back and I extend the bottommost section of the poncho to Can.
What was I holding?
That was my satchel.
It felt like a poncho.
It's very soft. It's made from
Muslin.
it's made from silk.
A soft silk satchel.
So, Gil, you're the first into this crawl space, and you do see that the ceiling of it is about 6 feet, which is shorter than Nez.
All right, you're going to have to hunker down, big guy, but I got this.
Okay.
I'm going to stand up at full height and draw my bow.
Okay.
And
You draw your bow. It's about a 10-foot space. It's maybe 6 feet wide, 10 foot long, and then you see on the wall on the other side that there is a symbol. You can see this because you have dark vision. The rest of you guys cannot see this because it's pure darkness, but there's a symbol in dark ink, basically designed onto this wall, and there's no other hatches or exits or anything like that.
do I recognize it?
Give me an Arcana check.
Fuck. Dirty 20.
Dirty
Hell
20. Gil, you've seen some things in your time. You have encountered some magical stuff, some mundane stuff. You look at this symbol, and with a dirty 20, you immediately recognize this symbol. You saw this in various places. You've seen it in the Feywild, but you've also seen it on the material plane. It's definitely the symbols are a little bit different than what you would have been more familiar with in the Feywild, but it is definitely like a transportation rune.
Ooh.
Like something that would either change the environment or send you somewhere.
Ooh, guys, we got the rune here. Somebody must have taken this as an exit.
Should we give chase?
Oh, I don't know. That could go anywhere, unless you know some way to, find the location of it before we get in.
Do I?
Give me an Arcana. So there's going to be 2 here. Give me an Arcana check, Nez. And I don't know if is anyone else proficient with Arcana?
No, but I'm going to light my torch so he has some light to go off of.
If you light your torch, then Nez, go ahead and it'll just be 1 roll with advantage.
Sick. Please. Yes, that is so much better. 24.
24. Nez, you look at these symbols, and you've spent a little bit of time looking at runes and glyphs as an area that kind of interests you, and you start looking at the pattern, and you can tell that this is a short range transportation rune. The range looks to be within 50 feet.
It's just in the air next to the ship, so we fall into the ocean.
Splash. Okay. I'm still crouched down, but now I'm going to actually get on one knee. I'm gonna get my satchel, fish out my sketchbook. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna reach over and kind of grab Gil's hand with the torch and kind of motion it above my sketchbook a little bit.
Excuse me.
I'll brush my thumb on his hand. We holding hands now?
Thank you.
And I'm gonna sketch the rune real quick.
Okay.
And
this seems to be a short-range transportation rune.
Oh,
I
sick.
can't have gotten far.
I'm gonna touch it.
Okay. Nothing happens when you touch it.
How do I work this?
You know that this would require some sort of activation word, Nez.
Couldn't short range also include the water?
It could, but
How's your swim?
I'm so good.
how's your swim?
You don't remember when we met at the start of all this? I swam all the way to shore expertly.
So kind of dumb question probably, but the rune itself, or runes in general, is there a baseline language, or are they just more symbols?
It's arcane script, so it's kind of it's almost like procedural, rather than a language. If you could consider algebra a language, essentially.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
There's an order of operations to it.
Cool.
Which,
Okay.
asking that question, give me a luck check.
Okay, just a d20. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm actually going to roll a physical one for this then.
Does any of my luck rub off on him? Since I am holding his poncho.
Yeah, you can add a +1 to your luck check, whatever you roll, because Can's luck
Rubbing your butt.
is holding on to your poncho.
Sweet. 13 in that case then.
13. I will allow you at disadvantage to roll Arcana again.
Okay.
Nez, you can still have the +1 from Can.
Does my innocence with Arcana help him at all? Does that help him see things with fresh eyes, maybe?
It's going to be bad.
Just kidding.
With a +1, 12.
12.
At disadvantage.
Nez, you're still pretty fledgling in your runic and glyph understanding. The way it's built, you are fairly sure that people who create runes and the way that runes are crafted, if you have the ability, you can change things about them that might change the effects. However, because you are more limited in your knowledge and understanding, still at a base level, you don't know if you could safely do something like that.
So runes are Excel formulas, and I'm still stuck on using autosum instead of writing my own formula.
Yes.
I'm not to V lookup territory just yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Concatenate this rune.
You still think it's cool that you can adjust the column sizes.
I can merge these cells.
Okay. Am I able to? So like kind of like when you're deciphering languages, I guess. Am I able to get like propositions or like if prepositions? Sorry, or any sort of like base, like they're saying to here or something like that. Anything.
That would be kind of what you understood about the range on it. You don't know exactly.
Okay.
You know that it's short range, so it's either in the ocean, in the air, or on the ship.
Okay, cool.
Unless there's some sort of pocket dimension within 50 feet of you.
There's a very good chance that the assailant could still be on this ship.
Right, that's why I'm trying to hop into this bitch.
Well, we should maybe, I know it's generally frowned upon, but maybe we should split up and search the ship. Cover more ground quickly.
That seems like a really bad idea.
Well, should we search the ship as a unit then?
Probably. If we can't get into this, we should probably get out of here and then try and figure out where this leads to.
I agree. Okay, let's maybe start since we're already...
How are there multiple levels below deck, or is it just one?
You have no idea with this particular ship. It's a big ship, so it is possible.
Are you asking that just to him or out loud? Because I could probably help you with that question.
If you ask in character, then you might get a different answer.
Gil, are you familiar with this particular ship?
Oh yeah. I mean,
okay.
I didn't spend a lot of time on one, but I do know about them.
This particular ship?
No, not this particular ship, but this
That was my question.
This kind of ship.
Are you familiar with this particular ship? Was my exact question.
There are a handful of types of ships, and they usually don't deviate too much as far as their construction.
Okay, well, lead the way, and let us know where we should begin our search.
We should finish this deck first, and then move to the ore deck, and then there should be a cargo deck.
You guys are in the cargo deck.
So this is the second level?
Yeah, this is the area just below. And you know what? Give me... you have proficiency in seafaring vessels, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead and give me a history with advantage.
18.
It strikes you as odd now that you're kind of exploring that the cargo deck is just one floor below. Typically, it would be further down.
Usually the bottom.
Yeah. So it's weird that this cargo deck is where it's located in a ship this size. However, you guys did kind of go through the whole ship earlier, if you'll recall, and you didn't find any other like passages or anything like that.
Oh my God, there is an underground passage.
So normally this deck is probably the bottom. This should be like the crew quarters and like mess hall and shit.
Why don't you believe in me?
Maybe that weird shit Fee said earlier is true. We should tread carefully.
And yeah, you do know that this level does have like the mess hall and things like that. It's
so
just weirdly...
maybe they're using a deck for something way different than it's normally used for. And they had to move the cargo to a different part of the ship to accommodate it. But I say that as Gil.
Can, what are you doing?
I'm holding on to Nez's poncho. I'm taking all of this in. I'm thinking. Now I'm going off on a thing here in my brain. Is it possible that there's like a secret level?
I mean,
Did the ceiling seem short? Like in general?
I mean, the one we're in right now is just 6 feet, which is pretty short.
Well, not Yeah, not that one, like the cargo level that we were in. Did it seem like the average ceiling height?
What? You may want to ask that in character, because I don't know how familiar you would be with a galleon.
So, is there a possibility that there's like a secret level built in? Is that crazy?
It's definitely not crazy considering whose ship this is.
So,
It's really weird that she had a galleon in the first place. They're usually used for like naval battle primarily and moving massive amount of troops. But
Nez is going to start stamping his staff on the floor and look for like hollow sounds in the floorboards.
smart.
So you start stamping. The floor here does seem a little bit more resonant. However, Nez, when you go clunk, 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 after a moment you hear from below. Fee!
Shit.
An echo monster.
You're hanging out in the cargo area still. Or what are you doing?
So there's no like closet in this room or anything, is there?
Nope, it's a pretty wide open space. There's some furniture. Most of it's covered up. There's some crates. But yeah, it's a pretty open area with one door leading out.
Okay. I'm just trying to think like Fee kind of thinking like the worst if someone was going to sneak up or something like that. I mean, it'd be good to be hiding. Could she hide behind any furniture while she's doing this? While also keeping an eye on the prince?
Yeah, there's plenty to hide behind.
Okay. So I'll try and hide behind some furniture while maintaining my eye on Prince just to make sure he's okay too. And I'll just go through the ritual, I guess, of taking out my pot and putting branch in it, and then just hoping it'll work out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you take out your pot, you put the branch in it, and go ahead and give me an Arcana check,
Okay.
which you can have at advantage.
Yay. Okay. All right, 19.
19. Okay, yeah, you plug that bad boy into the pot, and you start focusing, and it's like you can suddenly hear the storm outside, this magical storm, almost as if it's like static. It's almost as if it's like kind of blocking things. However, as you're focusing, you can hear a very faint voice. You can hear T's voice. Hello, Fee. Almost as if it's carried on the wind.
T, it's good to hear from you even if it's through a storm. It's been a while. It's really fucking hard to contact you now. This is like the longest we've been without talking to each other. It's weird.
Yes, there are things stopping our communication. And you're getting like clips, like it's coming in still, but there's like pauses and stuff as the reception's apparently not very good.
I'll try to keep this brief, but fuck, if we can find some better way to communicate or something. But, so, first, I guess, do you know what the fuck is going on here? Like with Loom floating up there and, like, almost killing the prince? The fuck is this?
Place your hand on the branch, Fee, and I will look through your eyes.
Okay. And, so I'll go ahead and, put my hand on the branch.
Fee, when you place your hand on the branch, you feel as though you're transported almost. You can tell you've never done this necessarily. You can tell, like, you can still feel your hand on the branch, but it's like numbed, like it's a very like muted experience physically. And as you open your eyes, you look around and you see forest, a very familiar forest. You see mountains in the distance. You see tons of natural features that only exist in T's forest. You also look up and you see this hulking giant form, this massive tree-like creature whose eyes are closed. You're looking at T as T appears to be focusing on something. And as you'll recall, and to paint the picture, T is about 30 feet tall, this massive, essentially like sentient tree with just this aura of power coming off of them. They're, growing from the top of their head is, large branches and leaves, and it's very thick, and it goes up like another, 10 feet from the top of T's head, contributing to the physical form.
Does T have limbs and stuff like a tree ant does, or is he just different than that?
He has limbs, but he also has like roots growing out. Like, it's different than a tree ant, whereas they're like much more humanoid. This is like essentially like almost a sentient tree with some humanoid physical features. It's, for Fee, the first time you saw T, this is a wholly unique being that you've never seen in a book or anything like that. It is like almost a mind fracturing vision to see T in person, and it's like very awe-inspiring, especially because of his size. But you see that his eyes are closed, and then after a moment you watch his eyes open and you are back in the cargo hold holding onto the branch. I have seen. This is some sort of protective spell wrapped around the one you call Loom. There was some sort of conflict in this room. I see the magical weavings wrapped around the area. I cannot divine what precisely happened, though I know that those spells of protection are quite powerful. I see one person on the ground. They have dried blood. I'm assuming they were hurt in some capacity by a rebounded spell.
A rebounded one. Okay. Interesting. Well, that's good to know. Fuck. Okay. This person on the ground, this is the prince that you told me to protect. Why am I protecting him?
You must take this prince away from the mainland to an island. As you recall, you must take the prince to the city beneath the waves.
Okay.
Only then will the weaving speak further on the necessity of this situation.
Okay. So is he, with this magical weaving, is he just fucking going to be down this whole time? Or can we somehow bring his health back some? Like,
the weaving is just the residue left over. Think of them as the wake behind a moving ship. It will fade, but those who can see it, perceive it, and read it, understand it as the after images of the spell. It does not endanger his life. It merely explains what happened.
okay. Fuck. I have like this whole list of questions that I've been trying to ask you, and everything is just fucking crazy.
Choose one. This connection is not strong.
Okay.
And hurry.
I know. So I found out I'm from the Feywild. Why didn't you tell me? I guess if you knew, I would think you would know. Why wouldn't you tell me I'm from the Feywild?
I suspected you were from the Feywild, though your path moved back and forth from the Feywild to the material plane, and without your memories, I did not know what was safe to inform you of.
Oh, okay.
Many times, memories must be unlocked on their own, especially in a situation like yours. Your memory, I have learned, is magically locked.
Okay. And I know you said I had one more question, but you don't know who locked it?
A powerful hand locked this. That is all I know. I must go, Fee.
Okay.
Try to contact me again when the storm has passed.
Okay. Take care, T.
You hear nothing except the end of the connection.
Fuck. Okay.
It's the AOL door slam.
And at that moment, Fee, you see the prince begin to stir. Nezrah, Gil, Can, you guys are in the crawl space and you've just heard a response knock.
Did you guys do a da 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 da? And they did it nah nah.
Two shake.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
Shave and a haircut, 2 bits.
That's how you
bits,
always
that's what it
tell if someone's there because they're not going to resist doing the 2 bits.
You certainly wouldn't. You would have to do it.
It's like the Red Robin commercials. Catch the criminal, I can find him. Red Robin pops out of the manhole. Shit.
I've been had. Damn it.
Is there any Argaria equivalent of Morse code that Nez would know?
You three, all 3 of you, can give me history checks.
You got it, dude.
You got it, dude.
I got a 21, dude.
I got a 4.
20.
20. Okay. So with both of you hitting a threshold of 20 or higher, I need a luck check from you, Nezrah.
19, baby. Stephen King is happy.
All right, Nezrah. You're sitting there thinking you get a response knock. You know that there is an Argarian equivalent. It's not used for like necessarily long distance communication, but you know that there is a form of language based around some of the less, how do I put this, less verbal races, essentially.
Okay.
In Argaria, it's not uncommon, especially in Zugo and Starstrom, to and other places in the world, but especially there, to pick up a little bit based on how you knock, things like that. It's also used by like kids as a way of like communicating like secret agents, you know, before they learn things like, you know, smuggler's jargon or thieves' cant or anything like that. But they're similar in their capacity. But
Sweet. Okay.
so go ahead and you can do, you know, we'll say you know about 10 phrases in this, like, they're very simple phrases. You can say hello, who's there, goodbye. You can ask where the bathroom is.
Don't
and then,
esta.
and then any other 6 phrases that are simple enough that would be in regular use that you can think of.
Okay. Something simple like, where is the entrance?
You would know, let me in.
Okay.
That's a creepy one.
Little bit, yeah. It's a...
I mean, if you ask it with a question, let me in.
yeah, how do
Yeah,
you
not
upwards
a question
inflection
mark.
Morse code?
You don't stomp as hard.
You just kind of do like a... tit-tit-tit-tit-tit.
Tit.
Okay, yeah, I'll do let me in.
Okay. You do let me in. Give me a persuasion roll.
Okay.
Well, I won't give you disadvantage, but we'll
Okay.
knock off 2 from it.
Knock off 2, okay. So 6, sorry.
6.
I was like adding and subtracting at the same time.
You hear a response like a boop, 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 boop. Give me an insight check.
It's just, hi, how are you?
19.
They seem to be asking, who is this?
Me llamo Nez. Do I have that in my lexicon?
You would know something like
Like
friend.
we are friends.
Okay,
Yeah.
speak friend
Yeah.
and enter. Okay. I speak friend.
All right. Give me a persuasion roll.
All right.
Just a straight persuasion roll. You don't have to
Okay.
take 2 off.
Or a deception roll.
12.
12. There's a moment of pause, like maybe hesitation. And then you hear a response knock. And go ahead and give me insight.
And it's coming from beneath us, right?
Correct, yep.
Oh, hell yeah. 24.
Yeah, something about the way that the knock is, you are... before you didn't really notice this, but with that 24, the question that appears is it safe? But there's just something about the quality of this knock. This person seems either very weak or very young.
I'm looking awkwardly at Can while Nezrah is just randomly tapping on the floor.
Just chittering away with my staff.
You kind of know what is going on a little bit, Can. Like, you understand there's some sort of interaction going on.
What do you think is under there?
There seems to be at least a living organism that's responding to us.
Maybe it's the genasi.
It may be.
Old or young?
Well, they seem to be in a weakened condition. They're not putting a lot of oomph into the communicatory language here.
Well, her dad said that she's really strong, so I don't know if it's the Genasi daughter.
Well, yeah, but they
No,
didn't.
Jin daughter.
They didn't indicate that they would be on the ship, so it might be a whole other genasi.
Gil, do you have perhaps an axe or anything? We could maybe get right to the source of this.
No, and I think it's a bad idea to start chopping bits of wood out of the ship. Do either of you have spells that can move wood?
No.
Well, do they seem to favor you with this conversation that's happening?
Do they seem what?
Do they like you?
I don't.
Make them like you, man. I don't know how to speak stick like that. But
I don't know. Do you want to go back to your place in Stick?
just try to seem friendly and ask them, like, stuff about themselves.
Sure, you like video games? Books?
What's your favorite Weezer album?
Wait, does it sound like we're banging on the floor and they're banging on the ceiling?
Correct.
It does sound like that, yeah. Not like it's coming from somewhere else magically or anything.
Do you think we can talk? Like with our mouths through it?
Can you hear us?
You hear pff, 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 and it's yes.
Are you bound and unable to speak?
Pff, pff, pff. No.
Oh,
Yes and no
Wait,
are the
is
same
yes and no
amount
the
of
same?
knocks.
they just like more
I'm
scope.
just banging here. I didn't invent this language.
Yeah, but
we're
you
taking
Suspend your
notes.
disbelief.
we're
God.
trying to pay attention here.
No.
Okay. So 3 bangs is a yes. Do you like to party?
There's one bang, which is like an unsure sound.
Like a
I don't understand the question.
What does that mean?
Gay fine party?
How do we get down to you?
This is unique because you hear a measured slams, but the slams themselves, you can kind of feel it, but they start moving along toward the ground, and then they stop banging in front of the symbol on the wall.
What is the activation word?
It's a Cypress Hill song?
It's the phrase from before, essentially, is what it's indicating, like, let me in.
Oh, okay. It's just a straight up open sesame situation.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna touch it and
Let me in.
The symbol lights up, and you, Gil, and you can see Nez disappear in like a flash of light.
You shouldn't have let go of the poncho.
I didn't know that I did.
You have a tiny, like, tattered edge of his poncho in your fingertips.
I hide that. I tell no one.
tight.
Nez is gonna be pissed.
I've already tattered his robe a little bit. Let's do it, right? Should probably
Well,
follow
yeah, I
him.
think we have to follow him.
Like, what if that was a monster that just wanted to eat the Nez, and it was just like, hey, come on in.
Have you
Well, I
relayed?
think if it has that level of communication, then we might be able to talk our way out of getting eaten.
No, I thought you were gonna say, I think if it has that level of communication and tricked him, he deserves that win.
I think it's the other way, and we would be more fucked if it could think like that. But totally sure. I touched the symbol. Let me in.
Have you relayed any of this to me?
No.
No. Perfect. I
I'll
was hoping
narrate
you'd say
every
no.
step, he says.
Yep. That's how Gil.
he says.
That's how Gil do.
Gil disappears in a flash of light.
Let me in.
You touch it and let me in, and you disappear in a flash of light if anyone were to see it. And they do. Just kidding. Fee! The prince begins to stir, and like his eyes open, and he like looks around. Oh, hello, Fee.
Oh, you're okay. Fuck.
I'm just a little banged up, is all.
Yeah, a little. Jesus, what the fuck happened?
He looks up over at Loom. Oh, he's still in that state. I would say it's a little fuzzy, but we encountered a creature in the ship, and we attempted to take care of it, but Loom activated a shield spell. It was whatever is currently going on, and I wasn't sure if he was taken out of the fight, so I tried to use a spell to attack the creature, and the creature seemed to use Loom's spell to rebound it, and it bounced off of Loom's shield and hit me, and that's the last thing that I saw. Did you take care of the creature?
We didn't know there's a creature. We were upstairs talking to a djinn and some other and like a fucking god. So we were kind of busy.
Gee.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're gone now. I mean, they're helping us get safe passage to a safe place for now, but we've got to fucking book it to the city beneath the waves. That has to be priority.
I see. It's unfortunate that I did not see the djinn, because my people, we revere the djinn and the Tao and the other genies. It's if you have never been to Mir Lug, it is quite a show anytime one appears.
I mean, I told you I've been to Mir and Lug. It's just, it's been a second. So, yeah. I mean, what's it like there? It's been a while, like I said.
No, it is very beautiful. We have a large, expansive desert that protects our borders, but once you get through the desert, you get to this beautiful, lush landscape. We are called the richest nation in Argeria for a reason. It is beyond my ability to describe how beautiful it actually is, but I love it. Everywhere you go, there are islands and long coastline full of bustling cities and ancient buildings and structures. all of our cities are quite large.
Wow. That's totally like I remember it. Yeah. So definitely. So I mean, with such a beautiful place, did you ever share why you left?
You're just having small talk right now.
I mean, we're kind of waiting for you guys to come back.
Yes, I believe I told you all that I came here to retrieve an ancestral item that has been missing from our home for a long time.
That's right. It's kind of interesting they sent the prince to do that.
Well, they did not send me. This was a mission I took upon myself.
Oh, okay.
Me and my sister.
Oh, your sister? Did you tell us the sister bit? I don't remember that.
Early on, when we were in the cave.
It's been a while.
She was able to escape.
Oh. I see. Okay. Do you know where your item is that you're looking for?
I have it.
Oh. Okay. Are you okay with going to the city beneath the waves before you run that back home?
Yes, I am fine with that, as long as we can waylay the Elysian Knights. I will be fine with wherever we go, as long as it does not stop me from getting back to Mirelug and to Alazraga.
Okay, good. 'Cause yeah, it's imperative that you get there, just so you know.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you have any more health potions? I can taste it. And I believe I took one, but it was not very effective.
Yeah, you're pretty banged up. I have just a little bit. I can give you more. Let's see. I think I have 3 left. Okay. I'll give them all to him. They're
all
really,
3?
yeah, they're really, really small, but 2d4 plus 2.
Okay.
I'm gonna need to make some health potions stat. Oh, do you want me to roll it, or are you rolling it?
I can roll it if I rolled pretty well.
I did too. Okay.
Did you get a 3 and a 4?
Yeah, I rolled them all together, this 6 d4s, and got 20.
Oh, well, he's only going to take 1.
Oh, really? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So we'll do the 7 plus 4, so 12. So he's a little bit better, and he puts his hand up. I appreciate it, but I just needed a little top up more than anything else, just enough to start the process myself.
Sure. You can heal?
A little.
Oh, well, that's good to know.
I have to get to be beyond a certain threshold, and then I will not bore you with the details, but I have to get up to a certain point, and then it takes over for me.
Okay, that makes sense. I mean, otherwise I have some healing salve if you want any of that.
That is okay. Save yourself for a rainy day. And he
okay.
Tilts his head to the side, which it sounds like it is outside right now.
It is, and that is
weird. I'm so sorry. It literally just started thundering as I said that.
Weird. That is weird. Yeah, and that is actually our new friend. So, yeah, they are helping us with that storm, kind of keeping us safe. So
you convinced a djinn to help you.
Yeah, I guess we did.
That is very impressive.
Yeah. Yep.
What was that, Peep?
We didn't really do any convincing.
I mean,
but she's trying to impress the prince.
Yeah.
we brokered a deal.
Now that's making me suspicious.
And I was going to continue on that. Yeah, I mean, I can be pretty persuasive, I guess.
Well, it is clear that this is quite a unique group I have found myself attached to. Thank you for rescuing me. I am going to wait. Where are the others?
They went to this hatch thing, so,
Hatch. And
yeah.
he looks and he sees it.
I didn't want to leave you in case, you got hurt again, and, I mean, yeah. I mean, I know I haven't known you very long, but I want to make sure you're safe.
I appreciate that very much, Ophelia, though I am concerned with the hatch. Loom and I, before we found the creature, is such a disgusting creature. Before we found it, we were discussing that, according to Loom, this ship seems to be built strangely, as if there are more levels to it.
God, I told the group that might happen, and they thought I was so fucking out of my mind.
Well, it appears your instincts were correct. That does not surprise me. And he, winks, and he, kind of, lifts himself up. We should possibly find a way of getting that dome of magic off of Loom.
Is he doing the Jeff Goldblum from Jurassic Park pose right now?
Yeah, we'll say he is.
What is that?
His
Where
shirt's
he's
open.
leaning back on his arm, and he's like,
Yeah, he's all burned, but he's still shredded. Do you have anything that can dispel magic?
can dispel these clothes.
Not
That's your wife, bro.
Not really. Yeah, I don't think I have that yet.
I see. I can do it, but then I will be completely tapped of any of my magical resources. I am... Perhaps I should. I did take a lot of his things.
He is pretty upset about his pants, if you didn't know. I think he's genuinely very upset.
And he looks down. Yes, I know. We were discussing it. and he hobbles over and looks around at it, and then he raises his hands in the air and kind of gets really quiet for a moment, and then he says, and you watch as magic kind of pours out of his hands, kind of spreads over the dome, almost like a fountain of trickling water, and the dome disperses, and Loom drops to the ground, lands on his ass, and looks up. Where's the creature?
So the creature apparently went away, and the group may be going towards them. We're not exactly sure. They went down the hatch, or not down the hatch, I guess. Went through
Loom,
the hatch.
Immediately shoots up. That hatch right there.
Yep, that's the hatch. And
they cannot encounter this creature. And he runs toward the hatch and slides in.
So we should probably go too, right? I'll kind of
Tell
run
me more
behind
about
him.
Mir and Luke.
It would
Curling
seem
her
that
hair.
would be the best course of action. After you. And he gestures to the hatch.
Okay, and I'll hop on in.
All right.
So, what's your sign?
Stop.
Cease.
So yeah, you guys climb through and you get to this crawl space. You can see in the dark, correct? You have dark vision? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you see a symbol on the wall, and that's the only information or anything inside of this crawl space. Loom is examining it already. It appears to be some sort of transportation rune. Though I'm not sure of the range, I don't know how it would, how far or where it would take us.
Sure. How does it work?
Well, these symbols around the rune sort of dictate the function. And based on that, my runic lore is admittedly pretty slim, but I do recognize this for what it is. It needs an activation in order to utilize it, but if they went this way, then they must have used it. So it can't be that complex. And he he raises an eyebrow,
It would have been really convenient if
At least we
Nez
didn't
was.
get trapped in our own spell, dickweed.
It would have been really convenient if Gil let me know what he was doing each step of the way if they went through this.
Well, I imagine it has to be something simple.
Yeah.
If it's like you say, this is a ship. And if it's something here, it's either something very complex or very simple in order to protect or hide something. However, if the three of them were able to discern it quickly, then it must not be a complex thing needing backstory or history or a knowledge or understanding of the individual who placed it here.
Sure.
So it might just
Or
be
any kind of intelligence at all.
So it may just be something like the prince puts his hand on the symbol and says, "Open," and he disappears in a flash of light. Fee.
Oh, it was just opened. Well, let's go.
Password.
It's on a post-it note next to it.
Didn't even have any special characters.
I'll go ahead and open too.
All right, you disappear in a flash of light. Gil, Nez, Can, you guys, just a few moments after each other, appear in what looks to be a section of the ship. It's a Gil. From your reckoning, this looks like what a cargo hold should typically look like. It's fairly cavernous. It looks like it's been expanded a bit. The ceiling is a bit higher than normal, and there doesn't appear to be any cargo here. However, you guys notice that the most prominent thing in this cargo hold is about 15 individuals of different races.
Oh.
You see some humans, some tieflings. You see just a mix of different people, and you see one person with a very tall, like an oar essentially, that looks like they have for communication purposes, is an older woman, and she approaches. She is a half-elf, you're pretty sure, and she approaches and she lowers the oar and she looks at you guys. Have we arrived in Algeria yet? And that's where we're going to end for the night.
Oh. Wow.
I got some bad news for you.
That's some people.
Wonder where they were.
I mean, one person's towaways or one person's best friends. So maybe we're making best friends.
Did you say towaways?
Is that what it is?
Stowaway.
Stowaway.
I mean, I think it still technically works. if
We're
if it's by
towing them
force.
away.
That's true.
All right, now it's time for tonight's MVPC.
Bleep bloop noises.
The most valuable player character. I want to know who you believe deserves an additional 1d10 of DM inspiration. Now, for those of you listening and for those of you at home, Nez is 1, Gil is 2. Oh, fuck. I paused. Damn it.
Oh,
Nez
fuck.
is 1, Gil is 2, Fee is 3, and Can is 4. On the count of 3, I'll have you guys hold up the number of fingers corresponding to the person you believe deserves to be MVPC. Now, I'll give you a moment to decide, and then we will vote. All right, is everyone ready?
Ready. I can't roll my R's.
1, 2, 3, vote. All right, we've got 2 votes for Nez and 2 votes for Fee.
Wait.
Nez, why'd you vote for Fee?
Because she saved the prince.
All right. Gil, why'd you vote for Fee?
Yeah, I mean, she did something unique and, yeah, conversed with the prince, and then because of waking up the prince, she was able to get Loom awake too. So, yeah.
Excellent. All right, Fee, why'd you vote for Nez?
Figuring out the runes with his Morse code was pretty beneficial for the group. Yeah, so I would say that is a major one. So, yeah.
Excellent. And Can, why'd you vote for Nez?
Yeah, exactly that. Finding a workaround that got us past a puzzle, which we all fucking hate.
Yeah,
so thank
God.
you, Nez.
The most simple kind of puzzle.
Thank you, Nez. It was so
It
hard.
had multiple solutions even.
Too difficult.
All right, that means tonight's MVPCs are Nezrah, Kaziel, and Ophelia Midori.
Hey, hey.
Take your D6s, 1 each, and you can do whatever you want. You split the party, so whatever.
Invest it in an S&P 500 index fund.
Don't do that with dice, though, because they'll look at you like you're a fucking moron.
How much
if
will
you're
this
cute
get
enough.
me?
If you're very
That's
cute, you
true.
just slide the dice over.
There is a graph.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You bet.
I'll invest this for you. All right. Well, that is it for tonight, folks. Thanks for listening. Thanks to Adrian Von Ziegler for that beautiful background music. Thanks to all of you listeners. We love and appreciate each and every one of you. If you'd like to love and appreciate us, head on over to Apple Podcasts and consider leaving us a review. Any review that you leave, we will read on the podcast, so make us say silly shit. Also, while you're there, consider leaving us 5 stars. We'd really appreciate that. It really helps bump us up in the algorithm. And hey, while you're doing that, if you're enjoying this show, tell your friends about it. Tell other people, blast it out into the ether. Let people know that this is the greatest show you've ever heard that has a cast of 5 that plays Dungeons and Dragons in a world called Kaziel.
In a world.
Or if you follow any like Facebook pages that are D&D related, feel free to drop a line to us there,
Yeah,
because that's
chill
how
us
we've
out,
gotten some of our,
motherfuckers.
that's how we've gotten some of our patrons, and they're really cool people. So yeah, don't be a stranger.
That is an excellent segue into our Patreon, patreon.com/D20_syndicate. Check out the tiers that we have available and consider making us warlocks with your patronage. You can design an NPC in some tiers. You have access to bonus content, behind the scenes stuff. There's so much that you have available at your fingertips, so head on over there and see if anything trips your crossbow. Also, we've got a Discord, and it is
For free!
That's right, it is free. Yeah. Check out the link in the episode description. Come hang out with us. We're growing more and more out of our out of our small little universe and into the internet, taking up our space, carving away our own little home on Discord so that we can say dumb shit like, if a werewolf eats another werewolf and they're in different forms, is it cannibalism? Those are the kind of hard, tough questions that we're asking in the Discord, or that other people are asking. So check out our Discord. The link is in the episode description. Also, we have merch. Go to TeePublic, get on the D20 Syndicate page, and maybe get a shirt with Can's face on it, or the whole gang, the whole crew, or just rock the D20 Syndicate logo. TeePublic, D20 Syndicate, buy the merch, or else. That's it for tonight, folks. Thanks for listening. Whoa, I fucking had a brain fart like crazy.
Oh.
See
Once
you next
again,
week.
thanks for listening, folks. That's it for tonight. Appreciate you listening. I am your host and DM, Seth. We'll see you next week. And this is the D20 Syndicate podcast, where we go on adventures so you don't have to. Bye. Tonight's Around the Campfire question is, if you were a
This is a patron
dragon.
question.
What?
This is a patron question.
Which patron, man?
B.
Who?
B.
Oh, it sounded like you said fee. I was like,
He's not a patron to mine.
Breaking the fourth wall.
He's a PC. We've been over this.
Reverse.
What do you think the P stands for? Patron.
Patron character.
Patron karate.
Tonight's Around the Campfire question. God damn it. Karate doesn't start with a C.
Don't tell me
It's a
what it
CH.
stands for. I said stouns for. I just make up English,
We're
man.
gonna have a good episode.
Doesn't my new bonnet look kind of Hawkeye's?
It looks like a dice bag.
Oh, it does.
Does look like a dice bag.
Double
It could be
use.
a.
Mika.
It has a.
It's literally a dice bag.
You are screwed. Turn her down a little bit.
Can you turn my headphones up? That's part of my issue, maybe. I'm like, they can't hear me. Let me just scream really loudly.
We can hear you without the microphone, I think.
Oh, there we go.
It's the enthusiasm.
It's a really fancy, like, royal shower cap.
Why did you need a new bonnet? Like, did your hair rip it off or something?
My old bonnet, it's like fine-ish, but the elastic is starting to wear out a little bit. And this has adjustable elastic.
Now that's nice.
But too many plastic baubles. Like, I'm trying to sleep.
Oh, yeah. That's... Why would they do that?
You just breathe it in. And then it tightens on your head.
I think I have sleep apnea. No, you're just choking on shit in your sleep.
From 3
That's a
to
bobble.
3:30 a.m. You were not breathing.
Were you guys allowed to sleep with necklaces on when you were kids?
No, but I
Well,
also didn't have
I
the
don't think it ever
desire
came
to.
up.
I don't think I ever tried.
I had a necklace, but I was like, this probably shouldn't be on me if I'm going to sleep.
Wait, you...
Smart.
I didn't have a necklace, but I'm pretty sure my parents would have just been like, yeah, whatever, go to bed. Like, my dad let me go to school in pajamas, so I don't think he was really caring too much about that.
Pajamas to school isn't a choking hazard.
It is when I wear them.
And from bullies. Nice jammies, loser.
Unless they genuinely
thanks, they're
like your
Barney.
jammies.
They're barred.
I had multiple jewelries in middle school to high school.
Tell us.
Multiple jewels.
I had one of those metal ball necklaces.
Me too.
Then I had one of those surfer thin white narrow bead necklaces.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, right on.
Like
then I had-
with the little shellies
No,
sometimes?
there weren't little shellies, but there were little beads that divided the white. I don't know what to call them. They're not beads. They're like bread, like the bread cinchers.
Like the communion wafers.
Yes.
Are you talking about like paper beads?
What is it?
Yeah. Billy got it right.
I'm just
Yeah,
picturing
But they're like
it's the one that you
squares.
get at
They're
American Eagle.
Yes.
bread necklace.
Yeah.
Every fuckboy in 2007 and 2008 wore them.
fuckboy rack.
And every youth pastor now.
Yes.
Yes, exactly.
And then in high school, for a while, I had it was just like a black cord necklace with like an eagle, like a metal eagle.
Dope.
Nope. It was lame. Then I had a shit ton of the bracelets.
I had emo phase. I had like the thick wristbands, and that was that jewelry then. And then even in my emo phase and throughout, I always liked pearl necklaces because I wanted to be fancy, and like I loved the 50s, and I was like, I'm gonna be like current but 50s. Also, for some reason, I think that was a thing.
Elijah had a huge leather wrist.
I thought you were gonna say a huge
bracelet.
pearl necklace.
It was like a bracer. Like it was like several
sure.
inches.
That's fair. Yeah.
It dropped from the denizen of rats that he cleared out of the basement at the tavern, and it's the only equipment that he has to equip.
Exactly. Seth didn't wear a lot of jewelry. He had rings.
I don't like rings.
I don't anymore.
My fingers are already fat and short and stubby. I don't need any more encumberment.
Grace
on them.
wears so many rings.
It's
like
for
she's
Christmas,
a
we got
gang
her-
leader.
Yeah, she does. She has one on each finger. Well, for Christmas, we got her a fidget ring pack, which had like tons of them.
She also has other rings too.
She does, and she's got like
She has like an
she has
eyeball
a couple.
mood
Yes,
ring.
the eyeball is fantastic.
She has to take off her rings to function, to do things. So she just has them for show and then just does this or something. I don't know.
It's constantly just fucking fronting on people. Just
And for slapping.
fuck with me. And for slapping.
I saw a picture of you recently from like that era, and I was like, why is Seth wearing a wedding band?
Just testing it out.
To be a good
American
narcotics
business.
officer, you should have narcotics in your blood. It's training day rules.
That tracks.
Why is your pinky nail so long, sir?
For cleaning my ear.
It's a cop thing. You wouldn't understand.
Just that, only that.
Yeah,
He's got the
cleaning my
full-on
ear.
vampire ring. It's got the curved point on it and everything. Still wearing like a Bermuda shirt, though.
Every time he arrests somebody, just like, you're under arrest.
I arrest you.
And they never resist because they're like, ugh.
I should do what this guy says because he's got a pinky ring.
I think calling it a pinky ring is an understatement.
Man,
What do you
my
call it?
old boss at the place that I worked at when we all lived in the same town.
Oh.
One day he just started wearing a pinky ring and never stopped.
Like toe pinky or?
No, finger pinky. He wasn't wearing open-toed shoes.
Well, that would be weirder.
That would be a whole other thing.
He's got Crocs and his pinky toe sticking out of one of the holes.
Sometimes just slips out of that hole. No, we just started wearing a pinky ring one day, and it was all I could focus on. And I am so glad that I wasn't the only person who noticed. It was finally out of my head, and here it is again. And this is only going to upset you in the long run.
I like the song now.
You doing Call on Me?
Oh my god, it's one of my favorite songs of all fucking time.
It rules. It's such a jam.
Why is Steve Winwood like such a gift?
Oh, I'm so frustrated.
Damn it, Steve.
I
What did you do
apologize.
to me?
I was talking about the remix.
Oh, that one's so good too.
I don't know
I
what
just put
song
that
you're
on
talking
loop
about.
sometimes.
You did.
Call on me.
Oh,
Call on me.
I never knew the words, so I just go.
Right, same. Hence why I went.
That's what most people do, I think.
Yeah. The video for that remix is too much.
It's
but
great.
It is.
It's
But I
too
also-
much.
I also highly recommend the original Valerie video by Steve Winwood because it's fantastic.
Isn't he like playing
He's
keyboard
just-
in the water?
He's just like in a black area. He's playing the keyboard and singing, and wind is everywhere, but also like fake water splashes keep coming up over the. And there's like this still at the end of it when it ends, and it's just him like wide open mouth staring off into space and looking really majestic.
I used to be.
I love
Give him,
it
like,
so much.
The Breakfast Club, like freeze frame at the
It's
end.
very 80s.
I have listened to it every single day this week because it has made me happier.